A new camera mount for the recording gear, which I'm shooting off of right now, in this shop short. Hi, welcome back to the shop. I'm going to do another one of those projects inspired by other woodworkers on YouTube. In this case, I'm doing a version of the camera mount, the mobile-based camera mount that Jay Bates did. There's several out there. They're all good. I decided to do Jay's, but I'm going to make some changes to it. Now, it's on a 3/4 inch piece of ply with 4 casters and a bucket, which is fastened down to the to the base. This will get concrete in it. In the concrete will go this piece of 1 5/8 fence post with a piece of, see, I've got a piece of rod in there to keep it from turning if it ever gets loose in the concrete. I don't see that happening, but it's a good little precaution. The articulating portion of it is just a parallelogram, up and down, and then it spins around on the pole. Where I'm deviating from Jay's plan is I'm taking a piece of angle, 1/8 inch, 2 inch by 2 inch aluminum angle, and I'm going to fasten it onto the pole, onto the plate right here. What will mount to that is this camera mount. And this is an articulated camera mount, spins around, goes up and down. Ball mount here. It's threaded here with a bolt that'll hold it onto this plate. It has a quick release base. The corresponding mount to that is on the camera. I also have one of those pistol grips that has one of these on it and a shoulder mount that has one of these on it. So I can move the camera around without unscrewing anything. Really convenient. Also, what I've got, I haven't got it with me right now, is I'm also going to mount below the camera. There's going to be I think it's an 8 inch by 6 inch or a 6 inch by 4. What? It's a monitor, a large monitor. That I'm looking at right now, which is a little flip out monitor on the camera. So it gives a bigger picture of what's going on, of what you're shooting, and how the picture is being framed. So these parts are kind of just thrown together quickly right now. Oh, another thing I've deviated from Jay Bates' plan is he put a locking arm here, but I also put a locking knob here to double the friction, so this won't slip up and down accidentally and bang the camera. So with that said, next thing to do is to put the concrete in here and mix it up, get the pole in there and let that set. And then from then on I can finish out this part. And we don't need to see me mixing concrete, it's just mixing concrete and putting the pole in. What I'll do is I'll finish out these parts and I'll show you the finished parts, and then I'll show you the whole thing in operation, which means I need another camera. Maybe I'll use my iPhone. Anyhow, let's get busy. Let me get busy doing the concrete now. All right, concrete's mixed. It's in the bucket. And you see I had a little spillage there when I was trying to mix it with a paddle. That didn't work very well. I have it clamped to the side of my outfeed table, and I used a level to make sure this thing is absolutely straight up and down to at least to the level anyway. So now I wait for the concrete to cure and proceed from there. And here's my tripod that I've been using for years. It's done me well, but you know what I mean. They got a wide base, they're kind of spindly sometimes. And this is, again, that this quick disconnect mounting system I have on the tripod, and I have the corresponding piece on my camera. And the finished roller stand. I've got 60 pounds of concrete in the bucket, and it rolls around really nice. I can actually grab it up here and roll it around. It's not going to tip over. I am going to paint this, so I have to clean off all the cement droppings that I've got on this thing when I was trying to mix it yesterday. Interesting factoid. I'm using high-strength concrete. A 60-pound bag was $3.80. A 60-pound bag of quickset concrete, which I wouldn't want to use because I needed some time to work this, get it in straight and everything, was anywhere from $25 to $34. So there's a duh moment here. You just use plain old high-strength concrete. It came with aggregate and all that, so that's fine. But that's ready for the next step. I'm going to finish up cleaning up the arm thing, and then I'll put it on, and I'll give you a run through on how this whole thing works. Well, here it is. I dug my old handy cam out of mothballs, stuck on another tripod, my old tripod, and then remove the audio system from this camera and stuck it on that camera, so we've got decent audio. I tried this with my iPhone. The audio sucked. It records in MOV, and I don't have a lav mic for my iPhone. So anyway, this is the way it works. Loosening up the locks, it articulates up and down nicely. And as I said, this ball mount allows me to move the camera anywhere I want, including pointing straight down. The monitor that I have on here now is just something I wanted for framing shots and be checking framing and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot easier to deal with at a distance than the flip-out monitor that you have in the back of the camera. And this thing was real cheap. I think it was $69 on eBay. On Amazon. I really didn't care what the quality of it was. I just wanted an image, and that's what I've got here. Downside, this is not a touchscreen. It doesn't affect anything in the camera, so if you're making adjustments, I got to go back to the touchscreen. So, how did I make this parallelogram? This is the really easy part. Take this plate and this part, and you stick them together with double-sided tape, and you drill your holes. Now they're aligned. You take your two rods, stick them together with double-sided tape, drill your two holes, and now they're perfectly aligned. You bolt it all together, and you get a parallelogram. What holds it up in this mounting system is just a 5/16 bolt into a T-nut on the inside, and when you tighten this down, it actually pulls this entire side of it up against the shaft, so it is not moving. I put this one down here because this is very heavy out here, so I put a second knob out here to help lock it up. And of course I can wheel it around from up here even because of the 60 pounds of concrete in the base. So let me see, is there anything else? Oh yeah, okay, so the monitor is 12 volts and the power supply is back here. It's a battery system. This comes with a power supply you can plug into the wall, but with all this, why do I want to drag a cord around? That's one of the reasons for having something like this. So that powers the monitor. Limited battery life. If you turn this off, it's still sucking some juice for some reason, so I just pull the battery out. So that's it. I have my mount. I feel better. Thank you, Jay Bates, for the inspiration, and everybody else that gave me little tips. A few more things I want to do to clean it up and paint it and make it look like an actual piece of studio equipment. Anyhow, having said all that, until next time, make great things out of wood, and yeah, go have a beer.